Hello everyone and welcome. Yes, in this video, we are going to start noun clauses. From this video on and in the successive 6 videos, we are going to study the noun clauses. Yes, in the first place, let me say this. They are not known to you. They know them, in fact. They are made up of simple sentences of to be, modal, tense verb, and imperative sentences. The only difference is that they are in a connected form, okay? Yes, the only difference is this. Okay, let's see without wasting time. Let me share our presentation and see what noun clauses are. Okay. Yes, and most of them are compound sentences. Yes, as you know, compound sentences are made up of simple sentences, and a simple sentence has got a message in it, and so a compound sentence has got two messages in it. Okay, because compound sentences are also independent clauses like simple sentences. Okay, hello again and welcome. Let's get into our presentation with attention and diligence effort. Okay, now tour 5. This is the last tour of our program of Harmony 1, Harmony 2, and Harmony 3. With, of course, it has 10 trips. Okay. Because I wanted them to be original and authentic, I even changed the unit and lesson into tour and trip. Okay, so this is trip 5 with its 10 trips in it. Okay, now compound conjunctions joining similar ideas in this 6 videos, in this 6 successive videos. We will see first conjunctions connecting similar ideas, and then in the second video, contrasting ideas, expressing, and in the third, expressing cause or reason, and in the fourth, expressing result, and expressing purpose, and or choosing one of alternatives, more than two, at least two alternatives. Yes, choosing one of the alternatives is at least two or more than two, or else, otherwise. And then we will focus on preferences, choices, options, and the subjunctives will be our last subject in this English learning from the very beginning to the end program. Yes, subjunctives and inversions, sorry. After subjunctives, inversions will be the end. Okay, will be the last subject presentation or video of this Harmony 3 subject matters. Okay, and then of course we will see additional 10 videos about revision and kind of summary of what we have learned so far in dialogues in the last tour 6, with its 10 trips. Okay. Now let's remember that there are coordinators and subordinators. Coordinators are compound sentences, and they connect the simple sentences, and both of them or all of them are independent clauses. Subordinators are, as you know, complex sentences. They are independent and they give extra information about the main clause. Yes, compound sentences are made by coordinators. Compound conjunctions as a glue, yes, they connect two simple sentences, and so to form or to express two messages, two meanings. Okay, complex sentences are made by subordinators. It is good that there are to be imperative, modal, and tense verb simple sentence, because we make those sentences because of those 4 categories of sentences and 3 categories of verbs: as, be, do, have. Okay. If there were not those simple sentences, how could we make complex, compound, and even correlative sentences? Correlative means, as you know, either or, neither nor, etc. Okay, a simple sentence, let's remember that a simple sentence is a main clause. We become knowledgeable by means of main clauses with complex sentences and compound sentences. We could not have information, knowledge, meaning, and messages if there were not main clauses or independent clauses. What kind of role do the subordinate dependent clauses play? Of course, they play a role of helping. Yes, helping, giving extra information about the main clause. Now, complex sentences are made up of main clauses plus noun clauses. Complex sentences are made up of main clauses plus noun clauses, adjective clauses, or adverb clauses. All 3 clauses are dependent clauses made by relative pronouns, subordinators such as who, whom, which, what, that, the fact that, whose, if, where, when, etc. We don't have a complete message in them, and they are subordinate clauses. Compound sentences are made up of compound conjunctions or coordinators, such as and, but, because, so that, or. All of them are independent clauses. Each of them has a complete message in them, and they are coordinate clauses. They coordinate the simple sentences. Simple, complex, and compound sentences. For example, Serdar is a stamp collector is a simple sentence, and it has a complete message in it. Okay. He collects stamps, also simple sentence. Okay. 3, Serdar is a collector who collects stamps. This is a complex sentence. So, who collects stamps is a dependent clause. Okay. Okay, Serdar is a collector main clause, has a message in it, but who collects stamps? This dependent clause gives an extra information or definition about the main clause. 4, Serdar has thousands of stamps and he goes on buying stamps. So this is a compound sentence. Why? Because there are 2 simple sentences in it, and there are 2 messages in it. Serdar has thousands of stamps, and is a glue here, okay? It sticks the 2 sentences, and he goes on buying stamps. So there are 2 messages in it. So, of course, there is an and group conjunctions. We use them just like and. We will see them as well. For example, moreover, furthermore, etc., etc. 5. After Serdar displaces stamps, displaces stamps, he will collect them in an album and he will pass them on to his children. So this is both complex and compound. Why? Because after Serdar places stamps, so this is an adverb clause and it is complex. It is dependent. It doesn't have a meaning, message in it. Okay. After Serdar displaces stamps, although there is a subject, verb, an object in it. Okay. It is an dependent clause. He will collect them in an album, a simple sentence, and he will pass them on to his children is another simple sentence, but in they form one sentence, so it has a message in it with one sentence in complex and compound positions, situation. After Serdar displaces stamps, he will collect them in an album and he will pass them on to his children. Is one sentence as complex and compound. Now, this is trip 1 of this tour 5. Roman number 1, compound conjunctions to join similar ideas with, yes, with and. Now, these are and group conjunctions. You can use all of them or each of them in place of and. Okay? Moreover, furthermore, what's more, additionally, in addition to this, apart from this, similarly, likewise, besides. Okay? Shall we try a few of them, for example? We need health, wealth, wisdom, happiness, and let's put a comma here, especially comma is more common. Okay, they also use semi-comma. Okay, we need health, wealth, wisdom, happiness, and we must keep them in good condition. And we must keep them in good condition. Do you see that both of them are independent clauses, main clauses, okay? But they form one. They have developed into one sentence as a compound sentence. Let's put, for example, moreover in place of and. We need health, wealth, wisdom, happiness. Moreover, we must keep them in good condition. Yes, furthermore, we need health, wealth, wisdom, happiness. Furthermore, what's more, additionally, in addition to that, apart from this, or similarly, likewise, besides, we must keep them in good condition. This is this. In fact, it is the most beautiful, most effective way of expressing our ideas. Yes. Now, the GIF says similar kind of idea. Similar kind of idea. Of course, they must be similar to join them with and category conjunctions. They must be similar. Okay. Let's join similar ideas with, for example, we cannot join opposing ideas, different ideas, or dissimilar ideas with and. We will study it in the following. Just after this video, we will study the but group conjunctions, okay, to join, to connect dissimilar ideas. Okay, now let's focus on joining similar ideas with and, first of all. Yes, because they are all and group connectors, conjunctions, okay? Moreover, furthermore, etc., etc. Okay, we need health, wealth, wisdom, happiness. Furthermore, additionally, similarly, we have to keep them in good condition. What else do we have to do have to do about them? Yes, we have to keep them in good condition. Besides, we have to sustain them. We must sustain them. Okay, these are also end group category conjunctions. Besides that, not to mention the fact that also we make an also clause, okay? Beyond that, apart from this, not to mention the fact that in fact, then, indeed, in the first place, for one thing, on top of that, and a clause with subject, verb, object. Okay. Now 21. Okay, now after 21, again we use them to connect similar ideas, but this time not with a clause, but with by putting a noun or object pronoun. Sometimes with, for example, besides, for example, we can also use a noun, as well as, for example, in addition to, besides, noun, a noun is just a noun is possible, or object pronoun, or again, we can use a noun clause or verb ing. Okay, for example, besides, I like walking, running, besides swimming, for example. 25, both and not only but also, not only but as well, and again to either as well. These are also used to express similar ideas. Now linking words, how many were they? They were 28. Yes, about 30. Now linking words or conjunctions, connectors of similar points. Number 1, and. Jude can write romantic stories. What else can she do? Besides, she can illustrate them. We talked about art, literature, poems, besides latest articles. Yes, besides, we can also use a clause and a noun after besides as a connector. Besides articles, for example. Okay, so let's make a complete brief compound sentence. Jude can write romantic stories. Let me copy it. Okay, where shall we put it? For example, Jude can write romantic stories. Besides, she can illustrate them. Of course, while speaking, okay, we can also just say, besides, she can illustrate them. But in a complete form, we do it, of course, like this. Now, Jude can write romantic stories. Besides, this one is more small now, after comma. Besides, she can illustrate them. Okay. Now, this is besides clause here. Okay, this is besides clause. But this is besides phrase. Is it clear? I'm sure it is clear. Yes, I don't see this as waste of time. Maybe it is much more useful doing it together like this. Okay. Yes, let's go on now. Okay, Jules can, yes, here it is. Jules can write stories. Besides, yes, they also write it like this with comments, semicolon. Semicolon is this, okay. Julde can write stories. Besides, she can illustrate them. Now, James' job is risky. There is an idea, there is a point in it. In the second simple sentence question, in fact, what's it like besides being risky? So, James' job is risky. Besides, it is poorly paid. Or besides cool. This is besides phrase. Okay. Now with moreover, just like and, computers save time. Moreover, they save space. Yeah, computers save time and they save space. Simple present, tense verb sentence. Modal sentence, for example. We can email messages by a computer. Okay, what else can we do by a computer? We can email messages by a computer. Furthermore, we can store knowledge in a computer, or by means of a computer, we can store our knowledge, our documents. For what's more, just like moreover, furthermore, what's more, as an additional point. Okay. Albert graduated with a high degree. Albert graduated with a high degree. What's more, or and, moreover, what's more, furthermore, he won a scholarship from one of the universities. Or additionally, Albert graduated with a high degree. Additionally, he won a scholarship from one of the universities. What does the image say? We love you, son. Go get your future. Yes. 6 tasks to do after winning a scholarship. The course, now let's read this part. The course presents a good introduction to learning English. Additionally, it provides speaking skill. Present. 6, just in addition, okay? Not in addition to. Okay, but in addition to this also requires a clause. Okay. In addition, who likes playing football? In addition, he or she rides horses. Yes, Neriman, for example, Neriman likes playing football. In addition, she rides horses. In addition to this, Leila is always busy with her children and pets. In addition to this, she does judo. Or besides, she does judo. Just in addition are also possible. In addition, he does judo. Now, to be sentenced, Leila is always busy with her children and pets. Apart from this, she does judo, simple present tense. Or apart from this, she can read stories to her children. Okay. 8, similarly means in a similar way, as an adverb, in a similar way. But we can make the similarly clause. Okay. Tijen looks after her children very well. Similarly, she is interested in all children around. To be sentence, we just glue them. Yes, we just glue them with a connected conjunction and group conjunction similarly. Okay, likewise is also means in a similar way. When radio became a news medium, newspaper circulation, when radio became, so comma is very important. When radio became a news medium, comma, okay, newspaper circulation began to decline. Likewise, similarly, okay, furthermore, moreover, when television became popular, filming industry was affected negatively. Of course, likewise is the most most appropriate one here. Yeah, likewise, similarly. Of course, we can just use and because they are similar ideas, similar points. Now, private English lessons. The image says private English lessons. 10. Besides, Safa Bey teaches English at a high school. Sorry, Safa Bey teaches English at a high school. Besides, he gives private courses. Or besides that, you need to be qualified for this job. Besides that, you have to be ordered. You have to be you have to be ordered. You need to be qualified for this job. Besides that, you have older, sorry, yeah. Yes. 12. Also, or moreover, what's more, just like using moreover, what's more, also is also and group conjunction. Metin runs a travel agency. Also, he takes photos. Okay? Okay. Beyond that, marketing is a very sociable job. Beyond that, it is well paid. Of course, each of them has their specific influence. Okay. For example, marketing is a very sociable job. Besides, it is well paid. Yes, it also gives the same message, but do you see there are nuances between them? Marketing is a very sociable job. Furthermore, it is well paid, but beyond that, it is well paid. Yeah, more stronger, right? Or has its own specific importance. Apart from this, advertising is an interesting job. Apart from this, you can earn a lot of money. Yes. Not to mention the fact that computer engineering is a very tiring job, as you may spend most of your time in front of a computer. Not to mention the fact that it is boring, as you do the same thing all the time. Yeah. Okay. In fact, it's too late to start a new game. Has a message in it, as a simple sentence. In fact, it's high time to go to bed. It's high time to go to bed is another simple sentence. Both of them are to be sentences, but in fact, as a connector, changes it into one sentence as compound sentence. It's too late to start a new game. In fact, it's high time to go to bed. Then Feridun is going to take photos for 3 months. Then he is going to release a brochure. I think Feride will finish her university first, and then she will go abroad. So, 2 simple sentences has made one compound sentence with a more sophisticated message in it. Of course, Feride will finish her university, has a message in it. Okay, but I think Feride will finish her university first, and then she will go abroad with 2 messages. Indeed, Orhun Kaya is a successful writer. Indeed, he is one of the most successful writers of our time. Again, about success or being successful. In the first place, transportation has been more comfortable lately. On top of that, our lives have been affected by some means or modes or methods of transportation. On top of that, also expresses a similar idea. Okay. Now, 20, for one thing, Orhan doesn't like math and science classes. For one thing, he is reported to have lots of absences in those classes. The United States is a lot more free than it was 200 years ago. For one thing, they don't have formal slaves. On top of that, the new system is cheaper. Yes, to be sentenced with a complete message in it. The new system is cheaper. On top of that, it's more useful. Yes, it's more useful. Is also a simple sentence with a complete message in it. But so those two messages makes up a compound sentence. Okay. As well as you should judge of a man by his enemies as well as by his friends. Joseph Conrad said this beautiful sentence, compound sentence, as well, but as well as is here, as you see, phrase, as well as by his friends. Okay. Now, by M. Fuller, Margaret Fuller said that a house is not a home unless it contains food and fire for the mind as well as the body. For the mind, just like saying, and the body, for the mind as well as the body. Now, 23, in addition to, modern, Bernard Russell said this, modern industrialism is a struggle between nations for two things, for markets and raw materials, in addition to for the sheer pleasure of domination. In addition to takes only noun, or it because it is preposition, you can use verb ing as well. In addition to doing something. Interesting presentation topics to consider. 24. Besides proposition as well as in addition to, okay. We listened to an interesting speech besides a usual one. Yes, so we did both of them, okay? We listened both of them. We listened to an interesting speech besides a usual one. Now here, besides phrase. Neriman is, but of course there are two ideas, two messages in it. Neriman is beautiful besides, now besides, also because of it is also preposition, we can use ing. Neriman is beautiful besides being rich and noble. Yilmaz has two other cars besides this gray car. Gürcan has two other friends besides Emre. Besides, except, other than, except for, these are also very practical. Yilmaz has two other cars as well as this gray car, as well as. Safa Bey teaches English at a high school besides giving private courses. Both Faruk and Yilmaz are tactful and enterprising directors. Faruk has both a Palio and an Astra. 3. His mother both cooked the meals and did the washing up. You should cultivate yourself, both scientifically and morally. Menander said, love blinds all men alike, both the reasonable and the foolish. Not only, but also. Jude can not only write romantic stories, but also she can illustrate them. Okay. Two messages in a compound sentence. Okay. Jude can not only, this is a little bit different, Jude can not only write, this is normal form. In fact, we will see before finishing Harmony 3, I think in the last video of this program, we will study the inversion structures in English. We will see the inversion form of this not only and but also phrase. Jülide can not only write romantic stories, but also she can illustrate them. This is normal form, not inversion form. Not inverse form, or inversion form is also possible. Noun, inverse, adjective, inversion, noun. Roman number 2, Metin not only runs a travel agency, but also he takes photos. 3, the invention of the computer expands not only the range of senses, but also our vision of the universe. Yes. Polat not only plays table tennis, but also he plays tennis. Not only clothes, but also clothes. Make up a compound clause by giving two messages. Okay, let us show the world. Yes, let us show the world to you. Let us show you the world in two forms. Let us show you the world, or let us show the world to you. Okay. The travel agency says this. Okay, 26, not only, but subject also. Like this, Jülide can not only write romantic stories, but she can also, yes, illustrate them. Metin not only runs a travel agency, but she also takes photos, or, but also he takes photos. This is the second form of the same speech pattern. 27, not only, but a full sentence, and as well is at the end of it. Jülide can not only write romantic stories, but she can illustrate them as well. Yes. Metin not only runs a travel agency, but he takes photos as well. Yes, this must be an encouraging situation. It is not a matter of being complicated or complex, but it's a matter of enriching, yes, and making more beautiful, our speaking, writing, etc., etc. Okay. 28. Subject, verb, object, comma, full period, and the second subject, verb, object, and comma to either as well. Also, yes, we know it. In fact, we have already learned it in simple sentences. Now it's time to acquire it in compound sentences. For example, Jülide can write romantic stories, okay? And she can also illustrate them. Yes. Jülide can write romantic stories, she can illustrate them too. Is it a stranger to you? No, I don't think so. You are familiar with it. I am sure you are familiar with it. Jülide can write romantic stories. She can illustrate them too, with a comma before. Jülide can write romantic stories. She can illustrate them as well, but there is no comma before as well. Okay. Jülide can write detective stories. Jülide can write horror stories either. Sorry, Jülide cannot write detective stories. Jülide can't write horror stories either. Okay, so I think this is our topic. Jülide can write romantic stories, and she can also illustrate them. Or moreover, she can illustrate them. But we don't use also if we use moreover. Jülide can write romantic stories. Moreover, she can illustrate them. Okay. Metin runs a travel agency and he also takes photos. Metin runs a travel agency, he takes photos too. Metin runs a travel agency, he takes photos as well. Metin doesn't run a restaurant, Selçuk doesn't run a restaurant either. 3, I believe that We should encourage industries to use cleaner methods of production to stop pollution in general. Furthermore, we can also recycle more of our waste. What else can people do to stop polluting in general? So we must, there is a formula, everybody knows that. We should always reuse what we have, recycle what we have, and reduce what we have. What we have to reduce, what we have to, for example, what we have to eat, consume, what we have to wear, we should try to reduce them, reduce the quantity of them, the amount of them. So by reusing, and by recycling, we can contribute to the cleanliness of the environment. Okay. Now for Denizli Horozu is found in Denizli. Social projects should be developed to increase the number of those roosters. Special cooperatives should be formed to build modern coops or cages. The roosters of Denizli should be advertised all over the world. Where is one cage is found? In addition, what should be done to increase the number of those original cats? Of course, we can write a similar paragraph, like this paragraph about Denizli rooster. One kedisi, cat of one cat. Okay. Projects should be developed to increase the number of those one cats. Okay. We can learn about other countries and about their cultures. What's more, you can find information for your job on the internet. On the other hand, you can come across too much advertising that will make you busy for hours. Furthermore, those ads may make you buy things which you don't really need. What can you say about the other pros, advantages, and cons, disadvantages of using the internet? Of course, I advise you to write a similar paragraph like this by using and group and end group conjunctions. What's more, on the other hand, furthermore, besides, similarly, etc., etc. Now we have finished the end group conjunctions. I hope that you have a general idea about them and about using them, about how to use them. Okay, I really advise you to write similar sentences, to produce similar sentences by using and furthermore, moreover, besides, similarly, likewise. Okay. Now question 1. Language skills such as reading, writing, listening, and speaking should be developed in real-life situations provided by visual aids. Yes. 2. The government managed to check the inflation rate. Hence, most business started to improve their financial positions. Yes, we will study so group conjunctions. Hence is a so group conjunction in the 4th video, I think. Okay. Yes, they decided to move into another flat when their flat was badly damaged as a result of the storm. So when clause, adverb clause, and it is not a compound clause here. It is a complex sentence because it is dependent on the main clause. When their flat was badly damaged as a result of the storm. Okay, so it is just like saying last month, yesterday. Okay. They decided to move into another flat is the main quote. The young solicitor bought a new computer despite his insufficient budget. Okay. Opposing situation. Here are two opposing situations. 5. So our next video will be about those connecting, joining the opposing ideas. Okay. 5. However he may behave, it looks as if you won't lose your patience and temper. Okay. However, no matter how he may behave, it looks as if you won't lose your patience and temper. Yeah. However, no matter how. Whatever, no matter what. Whenever, no matter when. Wherever, no matter where. These are also more effective ways of using when, where, how, etc., etc. Okay. Now, time to increase our vocabulary. What is down payment? Dictionary says that down payment is a payment you make when you buy something that is only part of the full price. Not down payment is not the full price, but the part of the full price, with the rest to be paid later. In installments, yeah, the rest are the installments. Okay. Loan, an amount of money that you borrow from an institution. Installment, one of a series of regular payments that you make until you have paid all the money you owe. Picture as a verb, yes, I like this verb, I don't know why, but is picture somebody, something as something. Okay. Picture means imagine something by making an image in your mind. Yes. Pay it off means repay it, pay it back. Picture somebody, something as something. Picture somebody doing something. Picture what, how. Okay. Succeed means as a verb, obtain the object desired, the desired object, purpose. To accomplish what is attempted or intended, to have a prosperous issue or termination. To be successful, yeah, succeed means to be successful. Bring up, you know this, I am sure. Put forward, no, this is not bring up a child. It is about put forward for consideration or discussion, yeah, raise from a lower to a higher position. Educate, yes, it also has got, for example, you should bring up your children well, you should educate your children well. Okay. For example, you should bring up original and new projects, or you should bring up new topics to discuss in this meeting, for example. Make something a current issue, yeah. It also means bring up also means make something a current issue or propose an item for the agenda, bring forward or raise, just raise. I want to bring up our long-term project. Yes, we have a project, we have a long-term project, but we haven't talked about it in this meeting or at this meeting. I think both of them are used, both in and at. So I want to bring up, I want to raise our long-term project. Okay. I want to propose our long-term project for the agenda to talk, to discuss it, to talk about it. Okay. Yes, this is also important. I really advise you to pay specific attention to it. We do exercise, okay, doing exercise, or just exercising also possible. Exercise is noun. Doing exercise is important. Exercising is important, yeah, also has the same meaning. Exercise is important because exercise is also noun. So we do here, we do exercise, we do here, do a favor, okay? For example, can you do me a favor? Yeah, versus make. Make, especially for the physical ones, make plans, make decisions, choices, make attempts, make appointments. I want to make an appointment, you can say. I want to make an appointment, please. Make a mistake, try not to make a mistake. An exception, an effort, make an effort, yeah. Make a phone call, make money, make peace or make war. They are not with do, but they collocate with make. Make an investment, for example, make a contribution, make a profit, okay? Make a donation, or donate is also possible. Donate means make a donation, make a charitable contribution, charitable organization. A charitable contribution means donation. Make mention of something, mention someone or something to somebody, mention of somebody. Do not make mention of that meeting to me. Do not make mention that meeting to me. Jafer has got 20,000 liras to make a down payment on the computer. Does the salesman ask for a higher down payment? No, the salesman doesn't ask for a higher down payment. They agreed on that much payment, down payment. Ayhan will make a down payment on a car. Who will make a down payment on a house? Yes, Jakub will make a down payment on a house. So make a down payment on some. Ahmet had to get or take out a car loan. Had to get a car loan. Was it a long-term or a short-term loan? It was a long-term loan. Let's use long-term and short-term as an adjective. Was it an interest-free loan? Yes, it's an interest-free loan. How long will it take him to pay it off completely, to finish it, to finish paying it? It will take 8 months. It will take him 8 months to pay it off. By the end of this month, Ali will have paid off 25% of his loan. Who will have saved enough to go to Cyprus? If you can put a subject and give your answer. Who hopes to have paid off his credit card balance by then? Again, it's also this. Who hopes that he or she will pay the bill in full by then? Yes. Barbara hopes that she will have paid the bill in full by then. By this time next year, Ayhan will have paid all the installments of his car. Do you think he will buy a house in installments? Yes, I think he will buy a house in installments. This is important. In installments. Yes, picturing. I am able to picture 4 children on this field with some sheep. Yeah, I can picture, or I am able to picture 4 children on this field with some sheep. What are you able to picture on this field? Yes, I am able to picture a car and 2 bicycles. I'm able to picture a building, or I'm able to picture you as the boss, as the owner of this field. Okay? Yes, picture somebody else. I'm able to picture you as the owner of this field. I'm able to picture a building as an office on this field, etc., etc. Imagine, yeah, I'm able to imagine. I am able to, okay, picture, dream of, imagine a building as an office. Okay. Aydın cannot, a picture also as a noun. You know, we can also use it as a noun. Aydın cannot contribute to that musical campaign. Can he contribute his time towards that health project? Yes, he can. Which project would you like to make a contribution? Yes, it is. Do you see that it's the second type of if clause. It means like this: if I were asked to do it, I would like to make a contribution on the solutions to pollutions project. I would like to make a contribution on solutions to pollutions project. Tuncay bought a house on credit card. Okay, how did he buy a house? He bought a house on credit card. How did Furkan buy the motorbike? Furkan bought the motorbike in installments. Okay. Yavuz paid for the laptop in cash, or cash is enough. Yavuz paid for the laptop cash. Did Fikriye pay for the laptop by check or by credit card? She paid for the laptop by credit card. How did you pay for your mobile phone? I paid for my mobile phone cash or in cash. Kerem is planning a budget for himself, who has already been on a budget for 4 years. Yes, we just need a subject, as you see. Yasemin is more likely or is more similar to his father, who can't make ends meet, who is like Yasemin's mother, who succeeds in using her income to cover her expenses. Yes, we just need again a subject. Okay, thank you for having this lesson together with those who are potential learners of English, starting from the very beginning and going on with the intermediate and coming here and being about to finish the advanced level. Yes, I wish you a good day and see you next time.